Hello! Today I wanted to walk through, it's kind of like a what I got for Christmas, but it's also a Dyson Airwrap review. So I was one of the lucky ones that was able to get a Dyson Airwrap for Christmas. This was my main Christmas gift and I wanted to use it a few times before I talked about it just because I had heard the learning curve for these can be quite tricky. I will say though, I actually found it to be quite easy. I think it's because I'd watched so many videos of other influencers and people kind of giving their tips and tricks on it. So I actually didn't have a hard time, but I still wanted to walk through with you guys, especially because I have shorter hair. I feel like a lot of the videos about the Airwrap are for longer hair, even though Jen Atkin did do a really good one for short hair, but let's talk about what you get. Unfortunately, the limited edition is sold out now, but so for the limited edition, the thing I loved about it first and foremost was the color. I'm not a huge pink fan. If you've seen all my videos, I tend to wear pretty neutral colors. So this copper and navy color scheme was definitely more to my liking. And it came with this really great case. Obviously, it's not super practical for traveling, so you do get this little case here that you can put all of your goodies in, which I will be using in February on my travels. But inside of the larger case, you get, well, let me walk through it. So this is the body of the Airwrap. This is what you put all of your attachments onto. And there's a few important things to call out on here. And that is, just like a regular blow dryer, you have your heat settings, you have your fan settings for how powerful you want it to be. And then you have this important thing, which is the cool shot. So basically you can flip this up. You kind of have to hold it. It doesn't stay up there by itself. And I'll show you when and where to use that, but I just want to kind of point out where that is. And then on the very top, if you can see here, you'll see a lock and an unlock, and that's how you put your attachments on top. I will say I was trying way too hard when I first used this to kind of like jam the attachments in. They're very easy to lock and clip in, so don't overdo it like I did. And then you can see the top here is very similar to what you would see in a blow dryer. So for full disclosure, if you have really thick hair, you probably would need the actual Dyson blow dryer. My hair type is, I have naturally wavy hair. It is very, very fine. And I have a lot of hair. It's just really fine. And it's also chemically treated. So I am naturally a very dark brunette, but I always get a full head of highlights and toner over it about every 3 to 4 months. I actually filmed a video where I talk about my hair journey. It's been a very long and painful journey about how I've been able to stay blonde, keep my hair healthy now, and a lot of it has to do with not applying heat. And that's also why I was really interested in this, because this is supposed to damage your hair less. Honestly, I still will probably be letting my hair air dry most of the time during the week just to keep it healthy. But when I wanted to look extra special and just more polished, if I'm going around taking pictures or whatnot, or even honestly in the winter, I'm going into the office today and I do not want to walk outside with a sopping wet head of hair because I'll get sick. So I do want to blow dry my hair for that, but for me, with really fine hair, the blow dryer attachment actually is great. I can use this tool for everything. I have really no use for the full-blown Dyson blow dryer. And so yeah, believe it or not, this is a blow dryer. I know it's kind of crazy looking, but this is one of the key steps when you're styling your hair with the Airwrap. And they say you want to get your hair to about 90% dry. I think it's actually about 95% dry. Like I feel like my hair is almost completely dry, which I'll do in a second. And then I add this heat protector spray for doing the final styling with the curling attachment. So today I'm gonna go for like a wavy kind of curled look, and I'll walk you through each step that I do. But first I'm gonna get my hair to basically almost fully dry. So I would say that it's probably about 90 to 95% dry now. I was really focusing on the roots. This is a wet brush. This is what I use to kind of untangle my hair. And so now that it's really dry, I also focused particularly on the back because the roots in the back tend to just take a while to get dry. So this is my hair just roughly dried. Obviously, I'm not gonna go out like this. There's still more to be done. But now I'm gonna spray or take, where did I put it? Yeah, so for a heat protectant spray, I really love the Bumble and Bumble Invisible Hair Oil. It's just always been a favorite of mine. Now I'm gonna section the hair into 4 different pieces. So what that means is I will pull the top layer away from the bottom layer, almost like I'm doing a half up, half down. Let's just put that in a cute little bun away. Now I'm gonna apply the heat protector spray just all over. And so this kind of actually makes the hair a little more damp again, and that's why I like to get it to almost 95% dry, just because the heat protectant spray is gonna make it a little damper and help create that style. And I spray it on when I've divided the hair because I really want to make sure that all the hair is as protected as possible. I also blew it dry on half heat because, like I mentioned earlier, I really try to stay away from really hot heat on my hair just because it is chemically treated, but I will use high heat for when I'm actually doing the styling. So because I have short hair, I've experimented with both sizes of the curlers actually. So let me quickly walk through what you get in your kit. So you get this kind of brush, which is great if you want to have like a great blowout. This is probably good for someone that has longer hair, I would say, just because this is even larger than the largest kind of curling wand. So I would get big waves, but it's almost like too big for how little hair I have, if that makes sense. And then you get these 2 straighteners. I'm not honestly completely sure the difference between the 2. They have different colored little thingies, but other than that, they look very similar. I've used this one and it does exactly what you would expect it to. It straightens your hair, gives it a nice clean finish, which I love. So if I do want to go for a more polished, just straight look, I've used that. I love it. It's very straightforward, so I didn't really feel like there was a need to walk through it. What does get trickier, of course, are the curling barrels. And so you get 2 of each curling barrel depending on which way you want the curl to go. So for example, you usually probably want your waves to go like away from the face. Think Farrah Fawcett style. And like I said, I've tried both on my hair and I prefer for shorter hair actually to use the tighter curl. It'll look really freaky at first, like you're gonna have like really tight curls, but they do fall over time, I promise. So let's get started. I can never remember exactly, okay. So if you hold it down, the little arrows will show you how the curl is gonna go. So I'm gonna actually start on this side of my head. I'm gonna take this little clip and just clip the other up and out of the way and focus on this bit of hair. So I'm gonna take the blow dry off and then focus on this one, which I'm gonna turn the heat up to high. And then what I'm gonna do is you wanna pull out like an inch wide piece of hair. And then I'm just gonna show you before I do it, just because it's gonna get loud. And then you're curling it, you're gonna pull it around and you're gonna see that it actually starts grabbing, like the air literally just grabs onto it. And it's very, very easy. Hold it there until you feel like it's really starting to get dry. And then you can push up that little cool shot button and it'll make it shiny and pretty so that it will hold. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. So see, I can let go, it holds on to it. Ooh, getting warm. I hit down the cool shot. Ooh. And there we go. You have a little curl. So I'm gonna go through each one and curl it, and then I'm gonna spray a little hairspray on, and then I'm actually gonna run my fingers through it so that they will start to drop and be a little more tousled and not so structured. So let's go through all the hair now. So now I have the left side. You see how super fast that was? Insane. So left side fully dry. I'm gonna spray a little hairspray on it. I personally love the Elinette old school. You can get it at Target or other places like that. Just gonna spray. Now I'm gonna move to the other side. So when you move to the other side, you need to use the other. Actually, okay, so this is where my overview is a little different. What I like to do actually is use the same one because if you can see here, I find it really hard to go like this on the right side for some reason. So I actually just go like this. So I've been keeping the same one on this side and then going from above on the left side. Let me know if any of you guys do that too. But if you are gonna be going down like that and it's comfortable for you, I just get annoyed because this whole situation is in the way. But yeah, so I'm just gonna go up. Okay, so now spray that. And then I'm just gonna run my fingers through it to get rid of some of those like really tight kind of crazy curls because I want more of like a soft wave. Okay, so now you can start to see the magic happening, which which is so great. Okay, now I'm gonna take top hair down and do the rest. I'm also gonna divide this into two sections like I had before. You can see that I start grabbing for the next section when I'm still holding the other section, and that helps kind of keep them separate. Now we have the left side, which I will spray. Oh, fumigating myself in here. Whew. Yeah, hairspray, that's a lot. Okay, final side. Just run the brush through it a little bit. So as you can see, it's very volume, lots of volume, but that will drop over the day. We've done the right side. So I'm just gonna messy it up a little bit, like I said. I don't want really perfect curls. I want more waves, especially in the front of my face. So yeah. Here you have it. This is the Dyson Airwrap. This is so much volume, so much just, yeah. It's like a full-blown blowout. Insane. Right at home, and the whole thing took me about 20 minutes, slightly over. So definitely a nice thing to have if you don't have a ton of time. Oh, it just looks great though. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that, and I will see you all in my next video.